So before going into more detail on how it works, I just wanted to show you quickly how to create a roster. So we have a name here, so we input a name, and then we input here an activity, like for instance cleaning. I'm just going to put it here actually. It was on leave, so now I put it a barista. Then I put a shift. The shift will be predefined. We'll see how it works. And that's it. So that brings back the description for the shift and a precise from which time to which time and how. The dollar value, it's a dollar value that we create an employee list and an hourly rate, and this calculate the cost of the shift, and then you have the cost of that person across the week, and then you have a total cost for every single shift that is done during this day. So this is for high level, and obviously here you decide on the date here. You just put your starting date here. Like if I put, for instance, 1st of January 2025, that will start it here, and that will go all the way to the week. Okay, so this is for a high level, very high level introduction on how to use it, how it works. Now I'm not going to do step by step on how I build that. To be honest, I think this one is probably the one who took me the longest to build. And it does require the latest version of Excel. I think there is a filter function, and that's usually drives which version of Excel you want to have. Filter is an Excel function. I don't think I've done a video on it, but maybe I should, because it's very useful function, and that saves you a lot of work sometimes if you do use it well. This is quite important to note as well. Okay, so let's just leave the roster aside for the time being, and let's just see how to use this right from the start. So the first thing to do is you create an employee list. And then, sorry about this, I'm just closing my curtains. So create an employee list with a hourly rate. So the hourly rate, if you don't have hourly rate, then you can just leave that aside. And if you, for instance, if you know there is a sport that need a staff and you don't have it, you can create something along those lines, staff required. And then when you create your roster, you just go here and you just select staff required, or any obviously description that you like. So, people always ask me, oh, I want more employee. So this time, hopefully around 50, that should be enough. But there's always a way to increase this. This is not a challenge. Then we create shifts. So the shifts, just what is a shift? It's one start time and one end time, and then you have a break. So that's all there is to it. So the efficiency trick that I'm using here, and I don't want to say hack, but I give those shifts a number. So you don't have to retype that every time. So here you just input them all the way down. And here, for instance, I have the 1 a.m. to 3 p.m. shift with a 30 minutes break. And if I go here and when I allocate the shift, instead of having to retype all that, after a while you would know how your shifts work, which one is which, and you would put the 01 here. And then I would bring it back here, 1 to 3:30 p.m. with a 30-minute break. So this is how it works, using the shift number as a quick way to access your shift. I imagine you always have the same shift, so you would know, which number to use after a while, and it would be very efficient. And here I'm building everything. The clock, for those of you interested, I'm using the unit chart, and I just released a very quick short on this. The unit chart, where do I have it? No, I have it clock here, so I just named it, but I'm using the unit chart function so that you know. So we have created our employees. We have created our shifts. Now, we have to create also roles, because roles are just driving a different color, and it's a quick way for you to see who is doing what. Now, the first 3 roles that I have is for unavailability, if I can say it properly. So not available. Let's keep it simple. And then you can decide, you can change this if you like. Once again, I've used a unit chart for the little umbrella here. So those 3 roles, those 3 roles, when used, they will blank out on the roster. So let me explain. So here, the first top 3, if I put leave as well, it's blank And if I put not available, is blank. And if I put not required, is blank. Something to know while I'm here. Okay, let's say this barista is on leave. You know, she has the shift 5. And on leave, she goes on leave. So everything blanks out. But when she comes back, barista, I retrieve back the same. So this would be the same. I think this is an efficiency stuff that then went, let's doing for 5 weeks and 1 week not working. So instead of just having to retab the shifts every time, you come back here and then it's all kept there safely. Okay. No, where we were, the roles. Okay, so those were for the first 3. They are all here. And then you can input up to 15 types of roles or activities. And notice that the colors are recurring every 5 roles. So here I have blue, green, red. And on number 6, I have blue, green, red. So this is because it would give you a different color every time. So here, for instance, I have put the green in front of 7. Green. This is live, guys. Okay, in front of 7. And I go to the roster. And if I select green, it works. Otherwise, I would have had to redo all that video all over again. Okay, so that works. So we have all these as potential roles that you can use. If you want to have, let's say, 3 blues, you just put one here, and here you can put barista 2, for instance. You can put barista experience, for instance. And then you would have the same color, but that would be a different type of shift, barista experienced. Okay, so this is done. So this will be used to retrieve the role. And then, once you have all this, you can create your roster as we have seen. So I have created a lot of things. I'm just trying to find a blank one. Let's start from scratch. Let's just select someone. Probably has already another shift, but it doesn't matter. Let's just assume it's all good. John Brody. Okay. So there's already the hourly rate retrieved. And then we go here and we select a potential role. Let's say is into management. Now there is a previous shift that, as mentioned, that he had here. So if it's the right one, just leave it. Otherwise, you can just put a shift number 4. So that's it. So employee, role, shift. Bang, bang, bang. And then, okay, so we retrieve the description. We talked about this. This is the total cost for the shift. So here, they start very early, 4 to 12, and at $21 per hour. Okay, so this is how you do it, and then the next day is not available, then is not available, and then it goes back into his cushy management job. This is also coming back from what was here previous. If you don't like it, you can change it. Management. See, for instance, 6. This is not the one I wanted, but at least I have the option. And then management on the Monday here. Okay, and here I put number 4. Okay, so this is how it works. Obviously, you can, before we go into the statistical charts and data, obviously, once you have done one, if the week after is the same, you just take the week after and you save the spreadsheet, obviously, with a different date. And this way you can keep track. And here I put the 8th of January also. This is taking me to 2024. But if I take 2025, and here you keep everything the same, and then you can just play with variations. Okay, so but this is same as last week, but this one is on leave, so therefore you can put here this one is not available for that week. Otherwise, what you can do is just go back to the blank spreadsheet that you had to start with, and then you start from scratch. But it might be best to save it the week after. Okay, so this is done. Employee shift roles. Now we have 2 screens for visualizing. So whether or not that be useful for you, it's yet to be seen. You might find that useful or might not. You might realize that the total that you have here are enough, and here the total for the week and the number of hours for the week. So those charts are optional to use, obviously. Now here I need to put a date. Here I need to put a date, 8th of January. So this is just the week that is in trend. Here my week starts the 8th of Jan. Therefore, I can only access a day for that week. So we are in daily view, so we select the day. So here you notice that it's all pretty done for the week. Okay. Okay, and here you see every staff, how long is the shift, when do they start. So that gives you, give you gaps and then likes. This is for this. Now you can go into the weekly view. So the weekly view is very high level, obviously less precise here, but that still gives you the length of the shifts. I think they are even rounded up to avoid too much clutter. I need to, yes. Okay. So I might need to add the commas, but this is supposed to be high level just for you to see. And after you go, let's say for instance Tuesday, you're not really sure, Tuesday the 9th, you go here and you have a closer look here and in more detail. So that's it. So that gives you the full week, different colors and the like. So I don't know. So let me know how you think, and then. Yes, so this is, I suppose, a very high level instructions will be found here. If you don't not really sure how it works, you can find the instructions here. Okay, so that's pretty much it for a quick demo.